Cage Warriors on Thursday. And Oban Elliott versus Mikhail Figlak at lightweight. Danny?
Oh, we got to go Oban. Yeah, absolutely.
So, Tom?
I guess Oban. I haven't really studied any of them guys. You know, I've been
yeah, they've got that new meat. They're new meat, yeah. But they're
fresh meat.
Yeah,
they're
I'll say Oban.
Of the high school. Yeah. They're good. They're good.
Yeah,
he's got.
I've been so some of these fights, you know, I've been so focused on just what's in front of me right now.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's
Yeah, that's okay. You just say one or the other if you're not sure. Adam Amarasinga versus Conor Hignett.
I'm going to go Amazinga. Amazinga, from what I saw from his last performance, extremely impressive. Performs like that, it'd be hard to bet against him.
Did Luke Shanks fight Conor?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, he fought Amazinga. But I don't know. Did he fight the other guy as well?
I thought he fought Conor Hignett as well.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
He's fought both of them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And I believe if I need to double check that, but
didn't he? Yeah, didn't Luke win by guillotine with Conor? Is that the one he won with guillotine? Can't remember now.
Oh, maybe.
But I know Amazinga. Yeah, I know Amazinga. Luke had got a sickness bug literally 2 days before, throwing up everywhere, and even throwing up before we went out to fight, and then afterwards throwing up. But we couldn't pull him out. He's a tough G, isn't he?
I'm an absolute fan of Luke Shanks.
He's a warrior.
You got you know, some of the biggest stars in the sport. Like we can talk Jorge, we can talk the Diaz. Like when you watch him, something pulls on your heartstrings. And when I watch Luke Shanks, like I'm fully his fan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so invested every time he fights. He just embodies what the human spirit can do when it pulls through like a hard fight. I've seen him in wars. Haven't we, Danny? We've seen him.
Oh man, absolutely. He still comes. He still comes. He still comes down trains and stuff. He's a good friend. Absolutely,
title this weekend.
I believe so.
Well, we're going to get to that now. He beat both guys via decision, by the way.
Luke lost against
Amazinga by decision. And then
it says on there he beat him by decision.
No, he lost
in LFC 10.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, it might be wrong.
He lost Amazinga, but he did beat.
Oh no, I beg your pardon. I read it wrong. But he beat. They both went to decision. Aaron Khalid, guest on the show a couple of weeks ago, versus Mick Stanton at welterweight.
Yeah, Khalid, he's a monster.
The Welsh
Khalid's,
Khabib.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Ben. Oh, I got them mixed up. They won't like
wow,
that.
They won't
Sorry,
like
lads.
That.
Jesus.
But I'm sure he won't mind that label.
No, Aaron won't mind it. Ben won't be happy though. Who have you got there, Tom?
Khalid, he's tough, man. I've seen him fight. He's a really durable fighter. So and I don't know too much about the other guy, but
Mick Stanton, he's an experienced guy, Dan, isn't he? Mick Stanton.
Yeah,
sure he's been around.
Maybe got focused on my own weight classes. To be fair. I'm going to say Khalid for that one.
We'll go back up. We'll go up to the co-main event for that night. Jake Hadley versus Shaj Hack. Danny?
Let's go Hadley. I'm going to go Hadley.
That's a flyweight one, that is.
That's a hard one to call because Hadley is so much younger. And what's the name of the other guy?
Shaj Hack.
Yeah, so he's going to be such have so much more mature wisdom about him as a fighter, maybe. So that's what's so interesting about this fight. You've got the young. I imagine Jake Hadley would be so young and hungry.
He's highly rated, isn't he, Hadley?
Yeah.
I just think he's going to be.
I will go with Hadley.
Yeah, I think Hadley's just going to be too lively for him, too sharp.
Yeah.
And then I think I know your answer to this one, but we'll say anyway. The main event of the Thursday evening is the flyweight title fight, and it's Samir Fadin, the champion, versus Luke the Apocalypse Shanks.
Yeah, it's just a Shanks all the way.
Come on, Luke.
Yes. I'm invested in that fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yes.
I'm impressed with the camp that he's training with and the coach that he's got now. He really dotes on Luke. He's gone to a really good home up there, and it's just done nothing but help him, and they've honed him to the next step level. I mean, of course, I'm not taking anything away from ourselves and our own team. I'm sure we could have done it as well. We would have just done it a different way and different direction.
Yeah.
But different circumstances led to him having to move up there, and but it hasn't done him any bad whatsoever.
No.
And I think he's ready to hit the big time.
Yeah, I agree. Samir Fadin is no mug, mind. So
It is not.
Luke will have to be on top of his game, but I do think he'll do it.
How did Sam Creasy do with him? I know the result.
I think he was winning all the way through, wasn't he? And then it all went pear shaped or something.
I think it went pear shaped towards the end, didn't it? If I remember correctly.
And I think that was the fight that Raymond was trying to give him some advice about how he holds his guard, striking guard. We were saying, hey, look, you've got to be tighter with your form. You're going to come unstuck. And oh, God blow me, he did. He come unstuck with that. But Sam is a talent, though. He's an absolute talent. He's the one that should have always been, but just hasn't for whatever reason.
Then we got the Friday. Ben Ellis, otherwise known as the Welsh Khabib, versus Kingsley Crawford at featherweight.
Ben Ellis. Yeah, Ben Ellis.
I'm going to go Ben Ellis.
He's an intelligent young man, that one, and obsessed with the sport, and I like that.
Yeah, I was.
See that knockout he got with the ground and pound.
Yeah.
From such short distance, and then that even inspired me because I'm like, I can do that. I watched that knockout, so I'm getting back in touch with. Well, I'm getting so much more back in touch with the sport now and realizing I know what I can do. So when I get inspiration from other people. So now I don't know anything about Ben Ellis. I've only seen a clip of his ground and pound, and then it made me think back to how sometimes you don't realize how from the short range how much damage you can do. Like the way he scored his ground and pound. That's something I will start bringing into my game. The way you've won fights in such fashion. If you think back, short range. Exactly, I'm going to bring that back in, but I'm going to work on it and develop it. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because every opportunity I have to inflict damage in the ground, because I'm not too obsessed with positions in my head. Like if I'm going to do damage as soon as we're in any grappling exchanges, I'm going to start scoring and racking up damage. And I'm going to study Ben Ellis because I think I'll get some inspiration and I'm going to improve my game going forward.
I was really impressed with Ben. He was on the show last week. His technical analysis of the fights and stuff was really impressive for like a young guy. Just because a lot of fighters who I speak to, they don't watch a lot of fights outside their division or outside their own kind of little bubble. But he literally watches everything. Like he watches Bellator, he watches Cage Warriors, and just anything he can watch, he gets it, and he analyzes every little detail. And he was impressive, wasn't it, Dan? It was really you could tell straight away, like he's just got this focus and this obsession on improving and the technical side of it. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I think switched on sums him up. He's just a real switched on lad.
100%. So I'm going to fly through these last couple on Thursday. I'm not going to go through every fight, like I said. We got James Webb versus Craig White at middleweight in the Cage Warriors Thursday. Friday.
Let's go for Mr. Webb. These are now some fighters I'm familiar with those two. I'm not so sure about, but yeah.
Tom, you familiar with either of those? James Webb and Craig White?
I know Craig White. He had a little run in the UFC, too, didn't he? Fought Diego Sanchez.
Oh, right, okay.
But he didn't do too well, though, did he?
I feel like
if I remember right,
like you in his life, Danny, like a good strategist coach, because maybe when I've seen him, he ain't short of heart, Craig White, that's for sure. He is a fighter. It is, imagine if he took his attributes he has now. And is
he Scottish, Tom?
Oh, he's from down south, I believe, Craig White.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I might get him confused with someone else.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Webb. Going forward, I would like to see more strategy from someone like Craig White, but he really is a fighter. So, like, my hats off to someone like Craig White. I'm going to say Webb. I'm gonna say when.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we've got 2 title fights then. Nathias Frederick, who's the champion, versus Jamie Richardson, a middleweight. Danny, who you got, Craig?
Yeah, he's going to stay champion, man.
Nathias Frederick. And
Yeah,
Tom?
yeah, he's going to stay champion.
I don't know who that. I know who Richardson is. So
Is Nathias Frederick, Dan, is he the one that everyone was raving about previously as like he's going to be an absolute superstar?
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about him, and he hasn't been disappointing with his performances at all.
No, I was going to say, if it's the one I'm thinking of, he's very, very impressive.
Yeah.
But and then we've got the main event is the bantamweight title fight, which is Jack Cartwright, the champion, versus Gerardo Fanny.
Yeah, I don't know much about this. Well, I know lots about Fanny, but not that Fanny. Yeah, I don't honestly know much about him. I don't know whether, and I would have taken the time out to have a proper research, but I've had a lot on my plate.
I just wanted to have a little fly through him and just see.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to say Cartwright to keep it.
yeah. I'm saying Cartwright stays the champion as well.
Yeah.
And then we got the Saturday, which is a ridiculous card. So on the prelims, we've got Steve Amiable versus Jordan Vucinic of BST at featherweight. Who's winning that? Yeah. Do I need to ask?
Yeah, I'm going to say Jordan absolutely everywhere. He will outstrike this guy. If he tries to wrestle with him, he'll get counter wrestled. And if they want to mix it on the ground, well, not many people other than myself can deal with Jordan on the ground.
That's where you got your black eye from, wasn't it?
That was from one of my amateurs.
Bring more creativity to the fight, he bring much more flair and finesse. That's what I'm saying.
He's got tricks.
Danny. Yeah,
he's got a lot of tricks. It's just when you're standing with him, you're just not quite sure what's going to come. It's weird. He throws things out. You just don't see them coming. He's just got such an acute way of striking. And, he does a lot of work with JB Graham, our striking coach, and he's done wonders for his game. But Jordan does go training other places as well. He's really open to suggestions from other coaches. And I can't remember the name of the guys. The name off the top of my head that he gets pad work from, but oh my goodness, he'll curse me for not remembering. Do you know the name of the guy that he goes and does the pads with as well? Oh my God, how embarrassing! But I might remember and I'll mention it again a little later down the line. But this guy's incredible at holding pads and really allows Jordan to express his fluidity on the pads, and that's been working wonders as well. You started to see that transfer over into his sparring in the gym. It's just exciting. It's exciting. And Abel's a great fighter, full of experience.
Yeah, full of experience.
So it's going to be a great test. So, the thing that's going to get Jordan up and going is the fact that he's fighting against someone that could have an impact in any one of those areas. So he's going to be switched on in every single one of those areas. And when Jordan's switched on, you got to have your game on to not be stopped.
Yeah,
I really have.
I titled the video for the interview which I did with him. The epidemic is ready to take over, and it was very well received. Did lots of views, and he talks well as well, doesn't he, Jordan? He's very confident in his own ability, and
we hear it every time he comes in the gym. Oh my God, he walks in with a swagger, and he chats shit to everyone that he walks past in the gym.
And then we've got Sam Creasy versus Nikolai Leblond, a flyweight. Who you got there, mate? Danny?
Creasy's going to pick him apart.
Yeah.
Paul Hughes versus Aiden Stephen at bantamweight.
That's a good fight.
And I don't know either of these guys.
Paul Hughes' side. There's definitely a bit of hype around him. I was going to say
Paul Hughes is.
I'm not sure.
Aiden. What's their other last name? But I am familiar
Aiden Stephen.
Aiden Stephen. Ooh, he's very good. I've seen him fight in the past. That's a hard one. It really is.
I got to go with Hughes there. Kieran Lister
right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Yeah, Kieran Lister. What about this guy?
Is he going to win his fight?
Of course not. Of course not. He'll get beaten on the floor. So when we talk about the grind, it's like bring that grind, but I'm talking about flow as well.
Mm.
You know, so absolutely, he will be beaten Saturday night. Absolutely.
And then we got a featherweight title match between Morgan Charrier and Max Koga. Danny, do you familiar with either of those guys?
Let's go with Sherry. Yeah.
Tom?
I'm going to say Max Koga.
Then one of the fights of the week for me, Mason the Dragon Jones fighting Adam Proctor for the vacant welterweight title. Obviously, Mason is the current lightweight title holder. Who you got there, Dan?
Mason to me is just so solid. I can't see him losing it. I know it's a step up in weight, isn't it? But
You can't find holes in his game.
No. He just presses. He just presses forward, and he's impressive. Another intelligent lad, you know. We've had him on, and he comes across very, very well. I think he's going to have some good game plan for this guy, and I just think it's just going to be too much for him all round. I think he'll just pressure him. I think he'll just make him
be too much winning.
Yeah, I just think he's going to push the guy into doing unforced errors or into forced errors.
What about you, Tom?
I haven't seen enough of Adam Proctor, but I believe does he grapple most probably when he fights?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's quite grapple based.
I was thinking if there's a fair bit of a size difference, I was actually going to say a decision win to Proctor. By controlling the chaos in the fight, getting ahead in the grappling and staying ahead in the grappling.
Mason's not easy to take down though.
He's got
not easy to take down.
Well.
And he's got good hands along with that good sense of stability to stay on the feet. I just think it's going to be hard for Proctor to get it there, and I think he has to get it there. He has to get it to the ground, and I just don't know whether he's going to be able to get through all the flack of attacks coming at him constantly, because it will be constant.
So Proctor's 5'10", and about
Jones is taller.
170, and pretty sure Jones is 5'10".
Is he? I thought he was taller than that.
5'10".
I haven't studied them enough to give you an actual educated answer on some of these fighters, but I'm going to make a guess that Proctor will win by a decision, by getting ahead on the grappling.
Interesting.
That's all I'm saying. But
Mason Jones never been defeated.
Decision on these guys. Yeah, undefeated.
I mean, going up a weight,
they do lose.
That can happen. Yeah, when you go up a weight, it can happen.
Adam Proctor's only lost once.
Yeah,
it's going to be a hell of a main event. What a way to finish the week.
Adam Proctor has more experience on his side there.
Yes, he does. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating.
Undefeated records. They don't. I'm just like, okay, you know, they don't mean they're a great indicator, but there's in the losses as well. There's mad experience to be gained there, and you're taking that into your fights with you. You know, it's the other side of the coin that does strengthen you if you take the right approach after. You know, these undefeated fighters have a disadvantage there in a big way.
Yeah,
in a big way.
100%. Here's it.